Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel where we learn from one another's experiences and move forward. Today, we are going to be watching how ex-partners have put hexes/witchcraft on their partners. And when I say these are good, baby, these are good, true stories. So y'all go ahead and watch. I'm going to give y'all my thoughts and opinions towards the end.
Story time on how my Caucasian COVID ex hexed me with blood black magic. It all started at the end of February 2020. I was kicked out of my mama's house, and I live like in Stone Mountain, and so I was kicked out and I moved in with my sister downtown. He went to Grady High School, so you could put two and two together. I knew him because we had went to elementary school together, but he had like moved away, but we kept in contact with each other through Snapchat. So we started dating. Everything was cool. For all my spiritual hoes out there, like the perfect spiritual relationship that you could think of, that's what we was. We meditated together. We spent a lot of time in nature together. We did a whole bunch of healing stuff, learning together, just playing in nature, rowing down fucking rivers with blow up mattresses and stuff. Yeah. It started to turn a little bit left because he dove too deep into spirituality and started to believe that God was the devil and the devil was the God, because in his mind he was learning that everything was in reverse. So like the way that we see stuff right now, like we see stuff through a concave lens, so everything is actually upside down. So he's starting to think if everything is upside down, then everything is inside and out. So everything that was is not, and everything that not was. It went so deep that he found this like satanic website, and he started to just like do a lot of practices off the satanic website and stuff. And he showed me this like ritual that he was about to sign his name in blood, and the ritual was literally saying like, I swear to never say God, like basically signing himself to the devil, like I swear. I ended up calling his mama, and I'm like, hey, like I don't know what y'all son got going on, but I'm black, we don't do this, so you need to get your son. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying, like we don't do this devil worshiping stuff, like we don't. It got to a point where it just started to get a little bit scary. Like when we would have sex, he would draw symbols in my hoo-ha with his sticker whacker. He would just draw like symbols and stuff. Like when he would be like sitting next to me, he would just draw symbols and stuff like on my back, on my leg. And I would notice all these things, but I'm thinking like it's in a positive format, because the way that he was trying to like teach me about, you know, more in depth about spirituality type of stuff, he was like coming from a positive aspect. But once, you know, that devil stuff came into play, I'm just like, hold up. Fast forward to my birthday, September. He ended up getting me, I went crazy for his birthday. He's a Leo. He got me shea butter, 2 tubes of lip gloss, and like 3 packs of earrings from the beauty supply store. And I feel like that was just like, oh, you're a black girl, so you should be okay with like shea butter, lip gloss, and some earrings. Like, bitch, you see me buy this shit on a daily for myself. Like, what? So I broke up with him. And no, honestly broke up with him because I was just, you know, just scared from all the stuff that he was on. Like, he was on some real weird shit. Just, you know, just taking, you know, when you dive too deep, and then when you dive too deep, you go left. Yeah, he went left. So yeah, I just cut that out. He sent me this text message about 2 to 3 months after I dated him, and after I broke up with him, and the messages was just so like, the message said like, you're my forever queen, and it's okay that we're not together right now, forever beloved queen, but we were meant to be through eternity, and da 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 da, and if I can't have you, then nobody can have you, and you're meant to be mine, so go have fun with the dudes that da da da, but good luck, like type shit. Of course, being me, I'm just like, girl, he just talking that shit. He just mad that I broke up with him next. And that's when it started. I can vividly recall after dating him the amount of catastrophes that just started happening, like back to back to back to back to back. The number one thing that I can definitely remember is he sicked somebody on me to break my heart. And it worked. And he sent a fucking Scorpio, goddamn it, but I'm not going to go into depth about the catastrophes that was brought upon me in too depth, but it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's a lot. He fucked with my money. He fucked with my mental. He fucked with my weight. At one point I was losing a lot of hair. Like it was just a lot. Every up that I had was backed with like 10x bad things. So I started getting afraid when like good stuff would happen, because I would just know like a catastrophic event in my life was just like arising. as I'm going through these catastrophes for the past 3 to 4 years, I'm telling myself, like, bro, why is my life so fucked up? Somebody had to have done something to me. Somebody, like, in a way, my life just transformed from me being so, like, in a graceful period of life to just, like, dark shit after dark shit after dark shit. And it's just like, whoa. And finally, in, like, November, I took the, October, November-ish, I took the, leeway to figure it out. I said, no, somebody did something to me. Somebody did something to me. I went to go see this random motherfucker I looked up on Google because I didn't know who to go to, where to go to. I don't do witchcraft as far as, like, spell work and stuff. I'm more so of, like, an energy worker. Let's just say like that. So I just looked up this random Indian nigga off fucking Google, and I went to his house, and he did a whole little whoop, and he was like, somebody cursed you with blood black magic. They took your picture to a cemetery, and they did some blood black magic on you for, like, a slow and painful life, like, just a lot of catastrophe. And he was like, the older you get, the worse they're gonna get. And I'm like, that's exactly how it feels. But I didn't believe him, because the nigga was trying to charge me $800 fucking to get that shit off me. So I'm like, oh, bitch, you're gonna just tell me that my life is about to fucking end so you can get this money, right? And then this is when my beautiful friend Nessa comes along. She just popped up out of nowhere and was like, I feel like you need a reading. And I'm like, bitch, I'm dying for a reading. Help me. Me and Nessa have been friends for about 4 months now, and everything that she does works. Like, everything that she do to help me flip my life to positivity works, but it always reverses. But she did something for my boyfriend, and it's working consistently. Like, she did a money jar on this dude. When I say that, this nigga has made so much money in the past week, and I'm just sitting here like I know your shit work, but what's wrong with my energy as to why I can't fucking receive? And I just asked her, I said, how do you check to see if you hex? Because everything good that comes to me reverses. She told me to get some matches, 2 matches, hold it in my hand, get my energy into the matches, and then drop it over a bed of water. Like, a sink full of water, a tub full of water, a cup full of water. If they cross, you're hexed. Bitch, when I tell you I did that shit 45 times. And every time it came up crossed. Every time, like, immediately, overly crossed, like, crossed. And I'm telling her, like, bitch, I've been knew it. Like, I've been felt it, knew it, all that. She said, okay, now ask who? It kept popping up, A-L. I'm thinking it's some homo other bitch. And then I sat and thought, and I said, Aldian. You gotta think about it. This motherfucker was drawing symbols with his Peter Whacker and my stacker. Drawing symbols on my back, trying to sign his name in blood. Like, girl, it was you all the way. And then he sent a message that said, if I can't have you, nobody can. I'm not thinking you're being that ass. So I'm like, what do we do? And she's like, girl, don't worry about it. I got it. We gonna break it. I'm gonna protect you. Like, we'll do it. My girl is amazing. Now, I'm about to show y'all this fucking spell. Don't mind me because it's hard to watch this. But at first, the candle wouldn't fucking light. And she had to call on, like, her peoples and shit to light this fucking candle. Now, do you see how high this flame is? The candle did not want to burn. The candle did not want to work. None of that shit. And look how focused my friend is, bro. Like, she's talking to, like, she has to literally, like, focus in on that shit. And she had to talk to the flame and fight that shit. She fought it. She literally fought it. So my homegirl focused this so hard. I don't know if y'all can see or not, but as y'all can see, she got happy because it finally broke. The fucking wick was in a heart, and then it broke. And she was saying it was somebody who was madly in love with you, and they hexed you because, like, they couldn't have you. As y'all can see, the big flame to the left is me, and the one to the right is him. So he's finally, like, detached from me, and his flame is off. His flame is off of me, but I don't know if y'all can see. He keeps trying to retouch me, keeps trying to reactivate that shit. Like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it was some deep shit, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but when the candle finally got done burning, this is what was on the end, and it's an angel. If y'all can't see, that's a whole angel. And it worked, but I was truly fucking hexed for 3 to 4 years, bro. Not knowing why my life fucked up, why everything goes wrong, just fucked up. And it's from a fucking Caucasian.
Hey y'all, get ready with me while I tell y'all about the time that I was dealing with this Caribbean man that put a root on me, y'all. A heavy root. Like, I could not escape this man. And he legit, you know, when I first met him, we was talking for a while. We dated for a while. We slept together. I woke up to breakfast in bed. This man always loved to cook for me, child. He always wanted to cook for me. And that was root antics 101, okay? When a man is always trying to cook for you, baby, you need to watch out, all right? You need to watch out. So he would tell me things like, oh, I got this special paper from my country, you know, back home where he's from. I'm not going to say where he's from because he might be watching this show. And I don't got no time. Look, I don't want no smoke. Don't go see the lady about me no more. Because the lady in a lot of Caribbean countries is not the lady that we go see when, you know, when we be saying we need to go see the lady. It'd be the other type of lady, child. He's like, oh, yeah, I got this paper from my country and I wrote your name on it and I put it under my bed. And I'm like, what? You put what? And I'm like, what else did you write on this paper? He's like, oh, just the things that I want to happen. I said, oh. Mind you, don't get me wrong, this man was fine as all outdoors. He was fine. So he didn't even need to do all of that. And I still probably would have been like jacking him on his meat extra hard. So fast forward, you know, we still vibing or whatever the case may be. And I was outside. I was outside. I cannot lie. I was the fuck outside during those times. And he would always be like, why you always gotta be out or whatever? Like, so strange things would happen. Like I would feel myself like getting sick, like whenever he didn't want me to go out nowhere. Or like just something would always be delayed. Like one time I was going to Miami and like my flight was canceled. Like all sorts of crazy things was happening when I wanted to go somewhere and do something that did not include him. And then another time, he said he put his dick in my tea. You heard that right. He put his penis in my tea. Legit. And I was like, what? You put your what in a what? And then he would be like, oh, I'm just joking. Child, he also told me one time that he had my panties in a bowl, once again, under his bed. And I'm like, why does this man keep telling me these things and talking about putting stuff under his bed? Then he also left a pair of his shoes by my door that he never, ever, ever came to get. Like, he never wanted to get them. And these were some nice, expensive shoes. And I used to be like, hey, you don't want to come and get your shoes? No, it's because he was trying to stop anybody else from entering into my threshold. Long story short, I could not get off this man. This man did some stuff. I had found out some stuff about him, and I could not get off him because he put a root on me, a heavy one at that. And I would dream about him. I always thought about him. I always wanted to be near him. I didn't care. I wanted to drink his bathwater. It was that bad. Something really, really terrible came out. Like I had found out something about him that I don't know if I want to share yet. Maybe I'll tell y'all in part 2 if y'all want part 2. But baby, even with that, I could not get off this man. Like it took so long. Like I had to do a lot of spiritual cleansing, cord cutting, spiritual baths, and all sorts of things to get off this man, child. It was very, very, very hard. And don't get me wrong. Like he was like chef's kiss. Like I have to keep putting that out there because when you think of a man putting a root on you, your mind automatically goes to somebody that's just like unattractive or you know like that you really they can't wait and get wet for it. But like no, like he legit was hot. Like he was fine. He was tall. He dressed really nice, and he even had an accent. I don't know if I was into that, but I liked it. Like the sex was out of this world. And of course he would do sex magic. Y'all already know how that goes. If y'all want more on that, then just let me know, okay? Ooh. That's also one of the reasons why I don't know if I'm gonna ever date another Caribbean man because child. I'm American, and what the hoodoo and stuff that we do out here ain't got it don't hold a candle. And those people just like legit just practice that. It don't even be like for a cause. It don't even be because they're trying to like do something to somebody necessarily. It's just really like a customary thing, which I'm not mad at. I'm here for it. But baby, I cannot shake that man. It took a long, long time ago those days, and the only thing that really made me shake him, I personally believe, was his Caribbean baby mama, because I know that bitch, she did some heavy, she definitely did some things. I know she did. She used to harass me, like stalk me all the time. She knew where I worked. The bitch was insane. And I had no idea she existed until I did. And even when I finally found out that she existed, it still took me a while to get off this man. It was so hard. And I know it was because of some shit that she was doing. Now, well not even now, but the last couple times I saw him, it just went away. Whatever she did worked. It just went away. If y'all want more detail, let me know. I might share. But child, have you ever had me put a roots on you? Cause baby. Okay, so we're gonna do, this is part 2 of me dating a Caribbean man that put a root on me. So in part 1 I was talking about like the actual magic and stuff, so we'll get into that in this part. So the X magic, like we would do the deed, and he would always like peer deep into my eyes, y'all, like deep into my soul. He loved missionary. That was like his favorite position. And he would always, the things that men say, but it would be different. Like he would be like, tell me it's mine. Like you will never ever leave me. I love you so much. And he started telling me he loved me the first time we ever did the deed. The first time I ever slept with this man, he told me he loved me. And I was like, what is he trying to do? Like, what's going on? And he would just always peer deep into my soul and be like, you're never gonna leave me. You will never ever find another man as good as me. This is mine. Like, and he would just, say all of those things while he's stroking it. And he would be, of course, whose is it? That's why, ladies, you got to be careful when they say whose is it. Do not be telling that man it's his, because then you're going to be bound to him and it's going to be hard to get away. And then he was very much into, like, of course, swapping the bodily fluids, like spitting in the mouth, all of those things, like when you swap in bodily fluids like that, you're bounding and binding yourself to a person in an actual manner. And legit, when he would be orgasming, he would be saying these things: you're mine, you're mine, you're never gonna leave me, you're never gonna find anybody like me. And when I was catching the O, he would tell me to say it back, and I was just so dumb. I would be saying these things back, child. Now we could get into let me know if y'all want to hear more about the Caribbean man that put the root on me that was so hard to get over, child.
And another thing I want to talk about is this, just a story time of how I found out my ex-boyfriend and his family were doing witchcraft on me. So I found out, I was very, first of all, I made a new TikTok and like tarot readers came up, and that's the first time I ever heard about tarot cards, anything. It was like God sent that to me so I could wake the fuck up, because I had no idea what was going on around me. So when I started listening more and more, stuff started to click for me. Like, they were like, be careful what you're saying to your significant other during like intimate times. And I was like, holy crap. I remember, like, now I see why he wanted me to say those things and things like that. And then it just like got deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm like, holy crap, this is everything my life has been for like a while. And then I remembered one time that we gave our clothes to his mom and his aunt to wash our clothes, because we didn't have a washer and dryer in my apartment complex that I was paying for. He didn't pay for shit. For the people who thought he was paying for something, he paid for the last month of rent and then financially abused me and told me that I need to pay him back for that, even though he was living rent free. And he didn't pay for anything. Barely anything. Let's clear that up. And we gave them our clothes to wash, and tell me why I go through our clothes and I'm looking at him, I'm like, where the fuck are my period panties? Where are my period panties? So his aunt and his mom and whoever else took my panties, my period panties, because they had blood in them, and my hair. Like, they were taking my hair to do God knows fucking what. These people are fucking weird. And if you're watching this, you're fucking weird. Your mom, your aunt, everybody, you're all weird. And your stepdad, you're weird. Like, you're weird. You're weird. Just be aware, ladies. Like, please do your research on witchcraft and enlighten yourself about like the dark side and what people are that think they're God are capable of, because in the end God will show up, like he did in my situation. And if you know, you know. And bitch, if you want to do that again, then we can do that again. But I really don't think you want to. So mind your business and stay in your place.
Alright, story time on how my ex basically tried to test my capabilities and see if he could put the woo on me. So me and my ex, we was dating for a good little minute, and before I really told him like I practice hoodoo. Cause you know, telling the man you practice voodoo is kind of like telling the man you're pregnant. You never know what they might do. He might run away, disappear. It's a nerve-wracking thing. So when I told him, he didn't really have no reaction. He was like, oh, okay. And you know, that's not the usual reaction that you get from men. Usually men be like, oh, you practice voodoo? Oh no, you might put that stuff on me. You know, he went acting like that. So I was like, you not scared or nothing? He goes to say, oh no, because my auntie used to practice voodoo. I said, huh? When I tell y'all my coochie dried up so fast, cause like, oh no sir, you must know something. I like my made a little dumb on what I do. He goes to be like, oh yeah, my aunties practice voodoo, and he go begins to tell me the story about how his cousin went into her mom's closet and found her dad's face and picture on a voodoo doll. Alright, part 2 of how my ex tried to see if he could put the woo on me. So we chill in this car. After this conversation, we chill in the car. I'm kind of scared. I'm like, oh no, baby, you know, I feel like you know something. Something's like, Jakaya, he knows more than what you think he knows. Don't think he's stupid. So I get up out the car. I started walking towards my house, and he literally takes off his shoe, and he's like, let me put my shoe in your trunk. I looked at him like, no. He's like, I can't put my shoe in your trunk. I looked at him. I said, baby, putting your shoe in my trunk is the equivalent of taking your underwear and burying it in the backyard. He gonna sit there and act stupid like he don't know what I'm talking about. Well, he knows. So with the shoe in the trunk thing, he's basically trying to mark his territory. Basically, y'all, that man putting his shoe in my trunk is basically me taking a piece of him everywhere I go. So say if I forgot his shoes in my trunk, we moved on, we broke up, and I tried to go with another guy. No matter how hard I would try to escape him, I would always somehow find my way back with him. Be careful out here.
See, I told y'all them story times was good. Now, for real though, that stuff is real. That is real deal real. You can go on TikTok right now or even YouTube, but it will tell you it will show you a whole bunch of people's experiences with this kind of situation. This is real. You never know what somebody is doing. Number one, I always preach this to people. Make sure your spiritual health is up to date. Just like you go to the doctor or your therapist to check your physical being, to check your mental, emotional being. I don't know why so many people lack on their spiritual health. You have to be spiritually healthy as well. Some of y'all just continue to be around toxic people, continue to watch toxic TV, like reality TV with drama, listen to toxic music. You got to have a balance when it comes to that thing. You shouldn't only be feeding your spirit and soul those things. There has to be some type of balance. Spiritually cleanse yourself. There's many ways to spiritually cleanse yourself. My personal favorite is to fast. Cleanse yourself, cleanse your body out, practice yoga, pray, meditate. Like there's a lot of ways. And if you're looking for more information on that, go to YouTube, go to TikTok, look on ways to spiritually cleanse yourself. Have items in the house like crystals, things of that nature. Whatever you do spiritually, but just cleanse yourself, okay? You never know people's intentions, their agendas. Pray over yourself, your home, your children, your families. You just never know. Some people are what I call low vibrational individuals. They walk around with low vibrations, okay? So the idea that you not being with them no more, they cannot tolerate that. They cannot accept that because they are low vibrational, okay? They don't value themselves enough. They haven't done the inner work spiritually to elevate themselves, to know that if something is not working out, it means that it's not meant to work out. Some people cannot fathom that. So they do sick little things like that. Okay. And not only is it exes that do this, we're talking about there's best friends. There is family members who do this. And if y'all interested in those kind of story times, I will put a collaboration together for those as well. Okay. But I'm going to give y'all some signs of what to look out for. Here's just some signs that you may be hexed or have witchcraft on you. Nightmares, financial issues. If you're in a new relationship problems, always sick, feeling like somebody's just watching you, like when you wake up or when you're asleep, you just feel a feeling of somebody just looking at you. Marks on your body that you don't know how they got there. And then just like feeling different, feeling off, like just the feeling. Always trust your intuition. Do that energy check up front. Okay. When you meet people, be around people, if something feel off, you need to remove yourself or you need to remove them out your home quickly. Don't tell them why, just remove them. Okay. So I hope that this kind of information can help you and y'all are liking this kind of content. If so, make sure you show me some love by liking the video, comment, and subscribe. If you are not subscribed, I will see y'all in the next one.